Welcome to Front Page Crypto News. Calico on Crypto here. Thanks for tuning in. Whether you're a beginner in the crypto space, a veteran in the crypto space, or a guy that likes crypto news, you came to the right place here. You know what I'm saying? So please like, sub, hit the bell, comment. Let me know what you guys think. Otherwise, we're going to get right into it here. We're going to take a dive, right? Adoption is the name of the game, okay? So with the first piece that I have here, off of this website here, it says the American Crypto Fed DAO is legally recognized by the state of Wyoming as the first decentralized autonomous organization in the United States. Okay, so Crypto Fed DAO, they filed their LLC paperwork with Wyoming, so now they are a legal on federal level, state level. You know what I'm saying? They're legal. They can now, you know what I'm saying, process and use cryptocurrency. You can now use that in Wyoming. Okay, so just to keep it simply, all right. And the mission of the American Crypto Fed DAO is to create and sustain a monetary system with zero inflation, zero deflation, and zero transaction costs. Okay, so again, adoption is the name of the game. They want people to view cryptocurrency as a means of buying and selling things. Okay, so now that they have this set up right here in Wyoming, all right, if you move down here, what really stuck out to me was this, okay? It says here that Wyoming is leading the way to create legal certainty in the crypto space, and the American Crypto Fed DAO is focused on delivering a fee-free payment choice for merchants. That means that businesses can now exchange in cryptocurrency versus dollars. You see what I'm saying? And again, it says here, our digital currency enables municipalities, merchants, and consumers to engage in digital transactions without the cost of processing fees. So pretty much what they're saying here is merchants can now and businesses can now trade and buy and do all these things without having to pay so much in processing fees. That is the whole point of all these tokens that are out there. You see what I'm saying? And then it says right here, and I outlined this, or I didn't outline it, but I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, okay? The American, in case you guys want to know how this was even possible, here's why. The American Crypto Fed DAO will be governed by its governance tokens issued pursuant to the token definition described in the token safe harbor proposal outlined by the SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce. Okay, so Hester Pierce, part of the SEC, was saying, hey, instead of regulating all the crypto and all that stuff, let's give them a chance to get into the crypto space, do what they want to do, and give them about 3 years to pretty much dot their T's and cross their I's to make sure they're not doing anything illegal. You see what I'm saying? So that safe harbor proposal is the reason why these dudes went ahead and established themselves in Wyoming. You see what I'm saying? End of the day, it is adoption. They are now letting people in Wyoming use crypto versus cash to conduct their business. Okay, so moving forward from that, State Bank of Vietnam will implement crypto on Prime Minister's order. So Vietnam, we all know Asia, they're going to be the first ones to implement cryptocurrency, all right? They're like the leaders of it. China's the leader, then you got Japan, and looks like South Korea, now Vietnam. So Vietnam is exploring cryptocurrency, and that's pretty much what this article talks about, all right? Without getting too deep into it, Vietnam, they're seeing what's up with it. Moving forward, all right? This one was really interesting, and I did not know this was going down. Ohio DOJ auctions 19.2 million in Bitcoin seized in 2018. Okay, so let me open this up for you guys right here. So in Ohio, some dude was doing some type of thing. I'm guessing on the dark web, where he was giving people some illegal documents and they were paying them in Bitcoin. Pretty much, the feds caught this dude, right? And then they not only locked him up and all that stuff, but they also confiscated all his Bitcoin, and they've been auctioning it to people, to the highest bidder. That's nuts. That means that they took his Bitcoin wallet, his keys and everything, and said, let's start auctioning this off and make some dough on it. You see what I'm saying? And on top of that too, they've been doing this for a minute. This is not the first time that this has happened. It says right here, okay, that U.S. authorities have sold over 150 million in Bitcoin since 2014, which means if you get caught up, the government can take your Bitcoin and auction it and make a profit on top of it. Where that money goes, I have no idea, but that's just nuts. And it says right here too that so far the US government, all right, that they have added 69,000 odd dollars of Bitcoin, currently worth over 2.3 billion, and they've seized that from an unnamed individual linked to the infamous Silk Road case. And again, they are going to auction that Bitcoin for profit. You see what I'm saying? So right now it's the Wild Wild West, that even the government authorities of states and feds and whatever, they can take your cryptocurrency and they can auction it because they can and they feel like it. There is no law against that. You see what I'm saying? I mean, just to throw this in there, if the government were to take your guns tomorrow, like say you had a gun and they found it on you and they took it away, I believe they can sell it in some states, but in other states like California, they destroy it. You see what I'm saying? They're not auctioning your artillery to the general public, you know what I'm saying, or to anybody. So that is an interesting thing right there. Moving forward from that, 4,000 institutional funds in Germany can now invest 20% of portfolios in crypto assets. Again, adoption is the name of the game. I'm a broken record at this point, but y'all got to keep an eye on that, because once it hits, it's going to blow up. So in Germany, these kind of like the United States, they have their own stock market and things like that. It's going to allow 4,000 of these institutions to invest 20% of the portfolio in crypto assets. Again, that's just going to allow for them to adopt more crypto in their portfolios and move people to adoption. All right. So it says right here that under this new law, right, and under this law, new and existing domestic special funds are permitted to invest 20% of the portfolios in crypto assets like Bitcoin. Okay. These 4,000 companies, okay, can now move. They're pretty much, those 4,000 companies add up to about 1.88 trillion euros. All right, so that's just a lot of dough. All right, and it says here, if all special funds were to allocate the full 20%, it would equate to more than 376 billion euros, or over $400 billion. All right, so again, big moves by these institutions, okay, because again, the whole world got to get in on this. You see what I'm saying? So moving on from that, Asia again, South Korean banks declare that only 4 crypto exchanges will survive post-November. So South Korea, they've been cracking down on exchanges due to fraud and things like that. And what they're saying here is they're going to they're pretty much forcing, right, exchanges, right, to partner up with the South Korean bank. And in order for them to partner up, is they have to adopt anti-money laundering policies. All right, the exchanges that don't follow that rule, right, they will be X'd out, and South Korea will no longer use them. And again, South Korea is giving the world an example right now, right? And like they always say, only about 1% of all crypto out there is going to survive because of regulation. And one of these regulations could be anti-money laundering policies, amongst other ones. You see what I'm saying? So definitely get those bags, you know what I'm saying, and whatever you're invested in, because I'm just saying, you never know who's going to survive. Moving on from that, Kazakhstan to tax Bitcoin miners as new law comes into effect. So it says here that since, China shut down all their mining, right, Kazakhstan, United States, a bunch of other places have not been mining Bitcoin now. And even probably some Chinese people moved out of China and said, let's set up shop somewhere else and mine our Bitcoin. All right, because of that now, Kazakhstan, they probably had an increase at some point in Bitcoin mining. They will tax cryptocurrency mining activities beginning 2022. The government has officially announced. So pretty much they want a piece of the pie. It says the proposal was for mining farms to pay 1 tench per kilowatt starting January 1st, 2022. So next year. You see what I'm saying? So again, you can farm all the Bitcoin you want, but the government wants a piece of the profit. They want a piece of that because why? They want the dough. And it all boils down again with regulation. You see what I'm saying? If you take in what South Korea is doing, you take in what Kazakhstan is doing, you can only imagine what the US will do and other European countries are going to do down the line. You see what I'm saying? You got helium miners, you got Bitcoin miners, ethereum miners. If the government, you can technically hide those assets in your wallet and not pay a dime in taxes, depending on what exchange you're using. Like say you're using KuCoin, you're not going to get a 1099. You see what I'm saying? So the government now, I'm just saying, they may try to find a way to regulate what you're mining by looking at your electric bill, I'm just throwing out stuff out there. Who knows? I ain't the government, but again, they do want a piece of it. They want to be able to tax it. This is a good idea what Kazakhstan is doing here. All right. Last piece, Athena. Okay, so what is Athena? Let me touch on this briefly. Athena says it will install 1,500 ATM machines in El Salvador. As we know, El Salvador, they adopted Bitcoin as legal tender. You can now buy ice cream with Bitcoin. Now, looking deeper into it here, I found out what these ATMs actually carry, what you can actually trade with. All right, and it says here that these Athena Bitcoin ATMs that they have in El Salvador, you can buy and sell Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. That is it. So those are the 4 tokens or coins that you can definitely trade there. You see what I'm saying? And if you ever go to El Salvador and you don't have Bitcoin, but you have Bitcoin Cash, you can definitely use that to do whatever you want with. You see what I'm saying? But otherwise, man, that's the end of the news right there. Like, sub, hit the bell. Let me know what you guys think. Comment. That's the news for the day. As I said before, I'm out.